What about the 3 guys that came over to my house?
I'm going to walk out now, okay? I want to hit him. Be honest with you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, because this man is trying to kill this stupid man.
Calm down.
How dare you?
I don't want you to be my father.
You don't want him to be your father?
No, he just was never there as a father. He popped in and out of my life over the years.
Were you in and out of her life, sir?
Yes.
Took me to his family member's house.
The basement of his family's house. The
I said
family
hi to
member
his
keeps
whole
it real.
family.
They told me the whole story. You was chilling in the basement. So don't try to make yourself feel relevant, because you're not.
Mr. Williams steps up to the plate in court, swinging for the fences with a petition for a DNA test to prove he's the dad of twin toddlers. He's all in, risking his current parental rights to confirm his biological status. Buckle up, because the courtroom drama is just getting started.
Mr. Williams, you've petitioned this court for a DNA test to prove to your ex-girlfriend that you are the biological father of her 2-year-old twin daughter. Now, you're willing to risk your current parental rights to prove that you are without a doubt their biological father.
Next up, a curveball. Miss Coleman firmly throws down the gauntlet, asserting Mr. Williams isn't the father of her daughters because of her infidelity during the conception window. She's adamant he takes a permanent hike away from her and the twins. Watch out for the next pitch. It's a doozy.
You are positive that Mr. Williams is not your daughter's father because you cheated on him during the exact time of conception.
Yes.
You say when today's results are revealed, you want Mr. Williams to leave you and your daughters alone for good. That's
Yes,
correct?
Your Honor.
And it thickens. Mr. Williams doesn't come empty-handed. He's got the twins' birth certificates in tow, showing he signed on the dotted line at their birth, claiming his spot as their legal father. Keep your eyes peeled. The next part is a real jaw-dropper.
This time, though, sign my birth certificates, if you don't mind.
Let me see those. These are the birth certificates for the twins?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are presenting these to the court because you say when they were born, you signed them?
I signed the birth certificate.
You are the legal father?
Yes, ma'am. I named them and everything. Today, I got to prove that I am the father because she told the courts that I'm not the father. They get back to Detroit, I'm not the father, then she's taking my kids away from me. I'm never going to see them.
So the bottom line is you are the legal father of record. You have signed the birth certificate.
Yes, right now I got joint custody.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any spicier, Miss Coleman drops a bombshell, admitting to cheating on Mr. Williams without protection right around when the stars aligned for the twins' conception. She let him sign the birth certificate, knowing he'd be a stand-up dad. The plot thickens in the next segment. Don't touch that dial.
It's because I did cheat on him around the time of conception, and we did not use protection.
So why do you allow him to go through this whole process and go in there and sign the birth certificate?
Because I know he's a good dad. He's not a good boyfriend, but he's a good dad.
If you know that, he's on the birth certificate, he's responsible for them under the law, and he wants the children to be his, why say he's not the biological father?
Because he's not. At the time that I allowed him to sign the birth certificate, I just knew that my children would be taken care of.
You're not ready for this twist. Armed with a calendar as her exhibit, Miss Coleman highlights her liaison with another man on December 24th, hinting at him being the real father. Brace yourself for Mr. Williams' comeback. It's a heart-tugger.
Make sure I'm right on the right track from what I see from this exhibit. In red, you claim you were intimate with the other guy.
Yes.
The other guy.
On this date.
On December 24th.
Yes.
Tell me what happened on the 24th of December.
He left me for Christmas. This would have been our first Christmas together. And with me, when I get emotional and when I get stressed out, I use sex as a coping mechanism.
Here's where it gets even stickier. Mr. Williams is baffled and ticked off about Miss Coleman's sudden denial of his paternity, especially since he was all in from the get-go, signing the birth certificate and gunning for joint custody. The tension's about to skyrocket, so stay tuned.
Mr. Williams, why do you think she's denying this now? Because you seem like you were present and, like I said, more than willing to sign the birth certificate and even lobbied for joint custody, which is, wonderful. Why is she doing this now?
Just recently, like 2 months ago, I was coming over and I noticed all the lights off. So I'm like, dang, why is the lights off? She must be gone. It's about 10 o'clock anyway. So let me walk upstairs. So I walk upstairs to get to the door. I hear the kid screaming. So I'm like, dang, is her door unlocked? Her door's unlocked.
Hold on to your popcorn, folks. Chaos ensues when Mr. Williams finds the twins and some random kids left alone at home, sparking a heated custody debate and a whole lot of finger-pointing. The courtroom's about to turn up the heat. Don't miss it.
I ain't leaving by themselves. Somebody else was supposed to be watching them, but she left them upstairs by themselves to go cook her something to eat. I'm like, what?
Well, this is the story. I left to go out and go get something to eat. I asked my neighbor to watch my children. She said, okay, I'm going to watch them. When I left out, my children were asleep. Their diapers were clean. Everything was taken care of.
And the other kids were?
My friend's children was in my room watching TV. It was only gone for about 10 or 15 minutes and I get a call from my friend's mother saying, oh, he ran out the house with the kids, blah, blah, blah.
Can this get any more dramatic? Miss Coleman pulls no punches, stating the twins aren't Mr. Williams' kids. As part of her strategy to kick him to the curb for good, the emotional stakes are sky high, and she's playing for keeps. The DNA results are up next. Get ready for the reveal.
I'm trying to fight for my kid. That's what the whole situation
You
is
have
about.
13
With me.
children. Go fight
With-
for those and leave mine alone.
Okay.
You say he's their father.
Yes.
Have you told him that?
It was a one-night stand, and I would care not to have nobody in my life.
Was
to
there
be honest
any
with
other
you.
man you
No.
were intimate with during that window of time when you say
What about the 3 guys that came over to my house?
I'm going to walk out now, okay? I want to hit him. Be honest with you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, because this man is trying to kill this stupid man.
Calm down.
How dare you?
And now, the moment of truth. The judge unveils the DNA test results, and boom.
it has been determined by this court? Mr. William, you are the father of both twins.
The plaintiff, Mr. McGreer, claims that a summer fling he had 20 years ago turned out to be more than just a few months of fun. It resulted in the birth of the defendant, Amia Wade. He asserts that although he wasn't exactly Father of the Year, he is confident he's her biological father, and he's here to prove it today. He steps up, ready to drop all the paternal facts. Just when you think you've heard it all, get ready for a curveball.
You say that a summer affair you had 20 years ago resulted in the birth of the defendant, Amia Wade. You say that while you weren't always the best dad, you most certainly are her biological father, and you intend to prove that today.
Talk about a plot twist. Ms. Wade, the defendant, shocks the room by revealing that although she grew up thinking Mr. McGreer was her dad, she stumbled upon clues as a kid that led her to believe another man might actually be her father. She's determined to unravel this mystery right here in the courtroom. This bombshell sets the stage for a paternity puzzle that's just begging to be solved. Buckle up, because this emotional roller coaster is about to get bumpy.
You were always told by your mother that Mr. McGreer is your dad, but claim that as a child you discovered information which leads you to believe another man your father. So, Mr. McGreer, why is it so important now to prove to Ms. Wade that you are her biological father?
This part is a real tearjerker. Ms. Wade lays bare the emotional toll of Mr. McGreer's sporadic presence in her life, detailing how his absences during key moments like father-daughter dances left her feeling abandoned. Her heart-wrenching testimony paints a vivid picture of the deep scars left by his inconsistency. And just when you think you've grasped the depth of her pain, there's more to come.
I don't want you to be my father.
You don't want him to be your father?
No, he just was never there as a father. He popped in and out of my life over the years.
Were you in and out of her life, sir?
Yes. My lifestyle didn't permit me to be the father that I wanted to be or needed to be at that time as a dad. I missed a lot of her life. You know, that really bothered me the same way that I couldn't be in her life like I really needed to be.
You'll want to lean in for this juicy detail. The court listens intently as Ms. Wade's mother recounts her brief summer romance with Mr. McGreer, their split, and her subsequent relationship with another man, which casts doubt on the timeline of Amia's conception. This crucial testimony adds layers of intrigue to the already tangled paternity web. The plot thickens, so stay tuned for more twists.
It was under the belief that this was her biological father, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you believe he's not your biological father.
Yeah, sure.
What was your relationship like with Mr. McGreer?
The relationship with Mr. McGreer, it was a summer affair. We were together for a couple of months. Once we split up, it was about a week or two later, I started dating another guy, and I didn't find out until I was approximately 3.5 months pregnant.
Here's where it gets even more tangled. Ms. Wade discusses another man who swooped in when she was 11, filling the fatherly shoes Mr. McGreer left empty. This man not only embraced her, but introduced her to his family, making her question Mr. McGreer's role in her life even more. As she delves deeper into her childhood memories, the next part will definitely turn heads.
Tell the court about this experience.
He would just come around and speak to me, you know, give me a little change, like carry pocket full of change. He said that he could be my father, and that's when he automatically introduced me to like 6 of his other kids. And after that, I spent more time with them. He's been taking care of me ever since that age. He has been there for my prom days. He spent time with me and his other children. He took us to the zoo. He like spent quality time.
Now, things are heating up. The possibility that another man might be Amia's biological father comes under scrutiny. Ms. Wade's mother recounts how this man has always considered Amia his daughter, further complicating the paternity mystery. As we dive deeper into this paternal puzzle, the anticipation for the DNA results is reaching fever pitch.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. McGreer, you are not the father. I'm so sorry.
Like I said, the broken promises won't be broken
Miss Bruegger steps up to bat, claiming her son, Parrish Brooks Jr., is the progeny of the defendant, Miss Warner's late grandson. Her goal? To link her son to the defendant's wealthy family, owners of lucrative land and an oil trust. This claim is staunchly opposed by Miss Warner and her kin. Let's see how the defendant counters this pitch.
Ms. Bruegger, you are here to prove to the defendant that your son, Parrish Brooks Jr., was fathered by the defendant's grandson, who was tragically killed 2 months ago in an auto accident. Now, Ms. Warner, you are here with your granddaughter, and you don't believe Parrish Jr. is your great-grandson.
Here we go, folks. Miss Warner, the defendant, flanked by her granddaughter, refutes the claim, insisting Parrish Brooks Jr. can't possibly be her great-grandson because her grandson was allegedly sterile. The courtroom bubbles with tension as allegations fly about Miss Bruegger eyeing the family fortune. Keep your eyes peeled for what's about to unfold next.
Plaintiff has dragged you to court today because she wants in on your family's land and oil trust.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you claim your granddaughter knows for a fact your grandson was sterile.
Yes, Your Honor.
You won't believe this twist. With fervor, Miss Bruegger defends the deep relationship she shared with the deceased, including their engagement, bolstering her claim of his fatherhood. She staunchly denies any insinuations of his sterility and maintains he fully recognized the child. Buckle up. The drama escalates from here.
Yes, he's my son's father. We live together. He never denied my son, so I don't see why they are. And the fact that they're saying he was sterile, he was never told by a doctor. That was just him because he never had a child.
Parrish clearly had a conversation before he passed that he wasn't sure.
And so when you say he wasn't sure, what did he say?
Because he was just like, Chaz, I don't even think I can have kids.
Things are heating up. The Warner clan challenges the story, asserting that the couple was not together at the deceased's time of passing. Miss Bruegger stands her ground, painting a picture of a shared life filled with future plans. Don't go anywhere. The next revelation is a doozy.
He had another girlfriend. They was not together.
We weren't together when
I had to tell you.
died. No.
No, you guys
But
wasn't together.
That's what she said, ma'am.
We lived together. We were a family. He told everyone my girls were his stepdaughter. He called them his stepdaughters, everything. He was there through my whole pregnancy, all the doctor's appointments, everything.
Miss Bruegger whips out a voluntary acknowledgement of paternity signed by Parrish Brooks Sr., suggesting he accepted legal fatherhood. This document is pivotal in the court's eyes for establishing paternity. The courtroom is buzzing, and the next part will surely add more spice.
He was adamant about having the hospital hold on to the birth certificate before they turned it in so that he could sign it.
So
As
do
soon
you
as he
have
came
proof
home,
of that?
Yes.
Explain to me, this is actually a voluntary acknowledgement of paternity that
Yes,
Parrish Sr. signed.
Yes, Your Honor.
He acknowledged paternity. I am the legal father. You have this in writing, this is his signature.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can it get any more intense? As accusations swirl about the nature of their relationship and parental responsibilities, the emotional stakes skyrocket. Testimonies reveal a tangled web of strained family ties, amplifying the dispute over the child's paternity. Just wait, it gets even juicier.
Parrish wanted a baby so
They've
bad.
never been around.
So wait, what I'm trying to understand from the situation, Ms. Warner, is all this time, even when the baby was there, did you have doubt about
Yes,
the
Your Honor,
paternity as
but I
you were
wasn't
there?
going to say anything. But I did not want to come between Parrish and that baby. But now Parrish is no longer. I can say my piece.
The real truth is you were his grandmother, but you raised him. He was really like a son to you.
Your Honor, his mother died in '85. I'm the only person was there for Parrish.
Grab your tissues. The revelation that Miss Bruegger learned of Parrish Brooks Sr.'s death via Facebook ignites further outrage, highlighting severe communication breakdowns within the family. This disclosure underlines deep-seated tensions and estrangement. Brace yourselves. The courtroom is about to be rocked by what comes next.
You say that his family didn't even tell you when he passed away. Is that true?
I got a phone call from one of my friends that seen it on Facebook. They had just found out that morning too, but you would think me
What was
having
I'm
this
grieving?
child
That was my
they
son. I didn't have time
One
to
of
call
my friends
nobody.
seen it on
Rochelle,
Facebook
you have to
and called me.
understand
They
where
didn't
she's
even call
coming
his
from.
father.
They
I'm the one
found
that
it out.
called him.
Excuse me, Your Honor. They found it out on Facebook.
Someone else called the coroner's office. They released all of his information.
Oh, the drama unfolds. Discussions about the couple's relationship status at the time of death add layers to this complex case. Yet, Miss Bruegger persists in depicting Parrish as a devoted father. Fasten your seatbelts. The DNA results are about to make a grand entrance.
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Harvey is related to Parrish Brooks Jr., is also related. Parrish Brooks Jr.
Something we already knew.
Oh, your apologies.
Something we already knew.
Mr. Washington throws a curveball by claiming the defendant, Miss Steinhardt, was just a fleeting two-night stand and vehemently denies fathering her 3-month-old daughter, Amaya. His fiancée, Miss Comer, chimes in, adding spice by emphasizing how their relationship has been turned upside down due to Miss Steinhardt's accusations. Stick around, the drama unfolds even more.
Mr. Washington, you say the defendant, Miss Steinhardt, was a two-night stand that went too far. And as a result, she's claiming you fathered her 3-month-old daughter, Amaya. Your fiancé, Miss Comer, says your relationship is in turmoil because of Miss Steinhardt, and you're both desperate to prove you are not the father.
Plot twist alert. Miss Steinhardt stands her ground, insisting that she and Mr. Washington were not just a fling, but were in a full-blown serious relationship, planning to start a family. She's certain Mr. Washington is the father, completely contradicting his version of events. You'll want to see how this plays out. It's a doozy.
It is your testimony that you and Mr. Washington were in a relationship, planned to have this child together. You say you have no doubt that Mr. Washington, the father, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Washington, why do you think Miss Steinhardt is trying to pin a child on you?
Things are heating up. The courtroom becomes a hotbed of accusations, as Miss Steinhardt alleges Mr. Washington kept in touch throughout her pregnancy, hinting at his involvement, which he flatly denies. Fasten your seatbelts. It gets bumpier from here.
Well, the real reason is because she just wants my family.
Nobody
Be
wants
me.
your family.
First of all,
Nobody wants your
let me let you
family.
know
Nobody
something.
wants this man.
Called me every day when you was pregnant, knowing that I was pregnant with my child. Talking about your child like I was gonna even put my 2 cents in your conversation.
You're the only one asking for a
that's
DNA
not-
test.
All right, he
Yes.
said that wasn't his child, so that's what
He's
I'm
telling
thinking.
you that, but when he's with me, it's a different story.
I never told you that was my child.
That's not what he said.
Because he was with you,
All
but
right,
he's not
so
with you.
let's talk one at a time.
Grab your popcorn. We dive deeper into the nature of their relationship. Mr. Washington recalls meeting Teresa, Miss Steinhardt, at a friend's place during a rocky phase with his fiancée, presenting a version filled with twists, while Miss Steinhardt gives a starkly different and equally juicy account. Oh, the intrigue. What happens next will have you on the edge of your seat.
He asked me if I was seeing anyone. I said no. I asked him the same question also. I said, are you anyone? He said no. Then we took it from there. We was together like a whole week.
When you say together, that means having sex?
No, we was just like hanging out.
Okay.
He took me to his family member's house, introduced me to his family.
The basement of his family's house. The
I said
family
hi to
member
his
keeps
whole
it real.
family.
They told me the whole story. You was chilling in the basement. So don't try to make yourself feel relevant, because you're not.
Wait for the kicker. Photos surface of Miss Steinhardt cozying up with another man, casting doubt on Mr. Washington's paternity claims. He's on the defensive, accused of juggling lies about his love life. The next reveal is a jaw-dropper.
All those
Never in a
pictures I already
relationship.
seen. I seen them through Facebook.
Y'all taking little pictures together?
Right, on the
I have
bus.
wasn't in
way
a
more than
relationship,
that.
It looks like you all booed up. If your boyfriend was cheating, why would he be taking a whole bunch of pictures?
That's why he takes a lot of pictures. I see a lot of pictures out
He
there.
posted it on his page.
No, you posted it on your page.
Oh snap! Just when you thought Mr. Washington could not be more tangled in his web of stories, he admits to a sexual relationship with Miss Steinhardt while still involved with Miss Comer. However, he downplays it as purely physical. What's coming will knock your socks off.
An 8-month sexual relationship.
No, not 8 months.
How many
Yes,
months?
it was. You're
It
lying.
wasn't 8 months.
How many months?
Probably like 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
So 2 or 3
8
months.
months.
Were you using
Wasn't in a rela-
protection?
Yes, 2 times.
2 times you used protection,
Yes.
and the rest of the times you didn't.
It wasn't no other time after that. Because when I found out she was pregnant, I never seen her after that.
Yes, you
I stopped talking to
did.
her.
Is it your testimony that over all those months you just had sex twice?
That's your honor. I really did.
The pressure cooker's about to whistle. As we near the climax, the courtroom is thick with tension awaiting the DNA test results that will determine the paternity of little Amaya. The atmosphere is electric with anticipation. Don't go anywhere. The revelation is a blockbuster.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Washington, you are not the father.
Now have a great day with your life and your baby. She's beautiful, by the way.